Yeah.
Hello? How you doing? I'm Sergeant Porter, SJPD.
Hey.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Sir, did the officers explain to you why you were stopped, why they effected a traffic stop?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Well, and what did they say to you?
He said that I didn't have a front plate.
Okay.
And I wasn't registered.
Okay. So they mentioned the front plate, registered. Did they mention the window?
No.
Okay. Are you aware that you have a large crack on the windshield?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir,
are you aware they're all California Vehicle Code violations?
Yeah, and I'm aware that those are all for people who are in commerce or doing commercial.
I'm sorry?
And that's commercial. That's all commercial. Yeah.
Well, the California Vehicle Code applies to everyone.
Yeah, but I'm traveling, sir. I'm traveling. I'm not driving. Driving is the.
So the thing is, look, we're on a roadway. There's moderate to high traffic. It's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you can agree. Just by the nature of our job, it's very dangerous. We don't want to get hit by a car.
I think all of this parking is kind of dangerous. Just for this.
Did the officers ask you to exit the vehicle to sign a citation?
No.
Okay, so
I guess he told me to exit so he can read me my rights.
Sure. So you have a couple of options. So the option is, if they have just cause to pull you over. Do you believe they had just cause to pull you over?
No.
Okay.
Because there's no crime. There's no crime.
Sure. And that's fine if you disagree. That's fine if you disagree.
There's no witness. There's no warrant. There's no injured party who said, "Hey, this guy just did this."
And I'm letting you speak, and you have every right to speak.
And I'm traveling, so I'm not within that capacity where driver's license and all of that. That's not the capacity that I'm driving.
You don't have a front plate?
Huh?
Do you agree that you don't have a front plate?
If this was a vehicle and everything like that, and I was driving and operating this vehicle, then that would be the cause. But I am traveling. I'm not under commerce, and I'm not for hire right now. I'm going to work. I'm not making any money or nothing from nobody.
Some of this I understand. I just wanted to initially give you the availability and the option to speak freely. I understand that. Objectively, hold on.
Okay.
Objectively, there are violations. The officers have to, if they choose to write the citation. In this case, they are willing to write the citation. Doesn't mean you're guilty. Just means you'll be given a court date and then you sign not admitting guilt. But so they're asking you to step out of the vehicle. So here's the thing: if you don't step out of the vehicle in the state of California, there's a section.
I'm not within the state of California.
Sure. Okay.
I don't know if you understand that.
We can agree to disagree.
I don't.
Some of that's for the courts. I get that. So California Penal Code 148, subsection A, says if you resist, obstruct, or delay an officer in the discharge of their duties, it's an arrestable offense.
What does when you read the Miranda rights? What do those mean?
Sure.
Those are actual rights. You know what
sure.
I'm saying?
So we got two things. Generally speaking, okay, what's going to trigger the Miranda warnings by a peace officer in this state and nationwide is if you're in custody, which you are not at this point, and if the officers choose
custodial arrest right now.
No, what I'm saying is that if you are in custody, which you are not currently, you're detained, meaning you're not free to leave. If you are in custody and the officers choose to question you,
if I'm not free to leave,
if
I'm not free to leave, that means that I'm under arrest. I'm being under arrest right now. It's just
you are detained, but now we're looking at this thing. It's a citation and release.
So anything that I say while I'm being detained or do can be used against me in the court of law, right?
Because you're not in custody.
Yes.
Okay.
And if I was in custody, and anything I do and say can be used against me in the court of law.
So we have
also.
an option.
I'm just trying to say.
I understand.
If I have rights, don't I?
Absolutely, but we're not. So just hear me out. So you're detained. You're not free to leave. Can we agree to that?
Yes.
The Miranda warnings do not trigger unless you're in custody and the officer chooses to interrogate you related to that specific.
When does my rights trigger? That's all I'm trying to say. I don't know the Miranda warnings. I already know that.
All throughout the content.
Right.
But we still have to let you know.
So whether or not you read me my rights or not, I still have those rights, right? Right.
You do have rights, but you have to understand. But
if I enact those rights, then there will be precautions.
Okay, which rights do you feel that are being?
So I have the right to not incriminate myself.
Of course.
So if I don't incriminate myself, I'm going to face precautions, right?
No, the officers are not asking you to incriminate themselves.
To incriminate myself.
Yeah.
So if I give you any kind of document, it's going to incriminate me, right? And I have the right not to incriminate myself. Right?
Absolutely. So we can go. So we can do this. I can read you your rights. You'll still lawfully obey a lawful order by a peace officer by exiting. You can sign the ticket. The ticket is not
order. Doesn't a lawful order come after you guys have authority, which there has to be a crime?
The officers have authority by the state of California.
Right, when there's a crime committed. But other than that, you're a public servant, right?
I understand that, sir, but a suspected crime was committed, and that's the reason why they effected a traffic conversion stop.
Right, but there has to be like somebody there, man. You guys can't just be sitting over there pulling over people for infractions. That right there doesn't. It's not.
You're gonna have to have that up with the courts and legislation. If there's a statute.
I don't know about statutes, man. I'm just trying to say like this, that I have the simplest rights, man, and you're trying to tell me that I have to violate those rights in order for you to do those jobs. In order for you to do your job, I have to.
No one's here to violate your rights, but I will tell you this. If you have two options, you can exit the vehicle with a lawful order, you can sign the citation not admitting guilt, you'll get a court date, and you could be heard by a magistrate, or if you don't, you'll be in violation of 148 subsection A of the California Penal Code, which is an arrestable offense. So you ask yourself, do you prefer to have the citation?
I wonder how does that arrestable offense come in there when before there was no arrestable offense?
Because you resist, obstruct, or delay an officer in the discharge of their duties. They've already explained it to you.
I just told you why, though. So because I have rights, right?
Yes.
And if I stay silent. And then I don't incriminate myself and all of this stuff.
You don't have to incriminate yourself.
Yeah, that is.
You don't have to incriminate yourself, but you do have
It
to
is.
exit and sign, not admitting.
I'm not gonna sign it. I'll exit it. So what do you got to do? Whatever you got to do after that.
I would
but,
rather
but,
not,
but
because of the nature of this.
but
I
so-
would rather not have any. Your community.
I don't.
member
I
just
don't
like
even
anyone
want.
passing through.
You're saying this is a lawful, what? A lawful command
A lawful command, and your refusal will lead to your arrest.
to my arrest
Which would be
because
the
of.
temporary deprivation of your liberty. I do not. I prefer not
I'm
to
already
take it, Joe.
deprived of my liberty because I just told you I'm traveling, man, and that's under my rights for liberty right there. And so I shouldn't be molested or nothing by these police officers for no reason
anything
unless
further-
I commit a crime.
Of course, you've been pulled over for a suspected crime. Yes.
How? What
You can-
crime
sir,
did you suspect me of then?
I've already told you. Okay, you have a defective windshield. You have no front plate.
That's not a crime, man.
And elevated from an infraction to a misdemeanor, which is a arrestable offense. I came
What?
as a supervisor to ensure the officers did their due diligence
No,
in
you're supposed to
investigating.
come to ensure that my rights were
am
were
assuring
upheld.
you.
You
And
know
I-
you're
and I
not,
am-
dude.
and I am
No, you're
assuring
not.
you.
You're
But
telling
I'm
me that
also-
now I'm
but
gonna
I'm
get a.
also- I'm also-
I'm just saying this
I'm
right
also
now, man.
explaining to you-
I'm not gonna sign nothing. You're gonna whatever you got to do after that, because I have the rights. I have my right not to, man. And I'm just saying, you guys, if I enact my rights, and you guys are saying that I'm about to get in trouble. Hey man, if you guys want me to get out the car, I don't want no violence.
Okay, please get out the car.
I don't want no violence,
Please get
bro.
out the car. I would rather-
And if it's gonna lead to violence,
At this point,
that's
we're-
when I'm gonna get out the car, man.
Yes,
I don't
please.
wanna. I don't wanna
Please.
get out the car.
You getting out of the car would not lead to violence. It would not lead to violence.
So
I don't
so
wanna hurt
you're
you, and I know
telling.
you don't wanna hurt me.
I don't, man. I don't know
please
why
get
you
out.
guys are all like this, man.
Because we're not going to leave. You prompted this
I
situation.
I didn't prompt nothing. Yeah.
So can you do me a favor? So you have some stuff there on the center console. Do you mind just pushing it off to the side? I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's.
Thank you. Do you have, sir?
I'm just saying,
Can you
dude.
please
You
step
guys,
out?
you guys. I don't want you guys
Sure, please step
to do any violence towards
No one's
me,
gonna
man.
do violence
And if you're
towards you.
threatening me with violence, man,
Sir,
what's up with that?
sir, I'm gonna ask you right now to step out.
Hey,
Step out. So you're placed under arrest.
we'll come over here.
Thank you for cooperating.